Hi class, I just want to talk about the record type quick sheet that you have due this week. This is an assignment that you downloaded back in lesson 2. Here's the example chart, and you'll be submitting it for the first time at the end of this week. This week you'll be filling out the section of the chart for vital records. That's the record type we're studying this week. And then each subsequent week you're going to fill out the chart for the different record types that we study. This assignment will be submitted as part of your final project, so keeping up on it each week is to your advantage, as it will make things much easier at the end of the semester. So each week you'll take the record type, and you may want to include the subcategories of, so vital records, we have subcategories of birth, marriage, and death records. And within that, you're going to want to include the information that you'll typically find, so kind of the essential information that makes the birth record, and the information you might be lucky to find. You may or may not find it. You want to include both how you will find these records, both online and offline. Again, this is the example that you downloaded. You cannot submit this as part of your assignment, so please delete this row before turning it in, and as you go through and study birth records this week, go ahead and fill it out with the information that you find, and as you come to better understand birth and vital records. So fill that out in your own words. Another document that was available was this record group sheet, and this shows the subcategories. So again, here on the left we have the record types that we're studying this semester, and then within over here are all of the subcategories that you might want to include in your chart. So within vital records, we'll be studying birth, marriage, death. You can also include divorce, adoption records, as all of these will include different types of information that you will typically expect to find and might find. So those could be new rows on your chart. Within the census record, you'll learn that the census each year collected different types of information, so you might want to keep track of each of those as their own row. Same with church records. Lots of different types of church records will contain different types of information, so that might be beneficial for you. This document that you're creating is to be a personal reference tool for you, to benefit you as you go on and do research. So this is a quick reference guide for you to know which types of records might have the information that you're looking for and hoping to find, so you can help prioritize your searching. Here are just a few examples from some of the students previously. So here we have the record type broken down with all of the different types of records, the subcategories, and the information that you would typically find, and then the information that you would be lucky to find, and then as well as how you're going to find those, the different resources. This student also included information for their own research that they were interested in looking in Massachusetts as well as Connecticut for their family lines. You're welcome to do this if this benefits you, but I strongly encourage you to include the information relevant to these record types more generally, as you're not always going to be researching in Massachusetts. So as far as this being a reference to you in the future as you perform research, it will be beneficial to have you to be able to know the resources you can go to first to find the records you're looking for. Again, as I mentioned, the census, it changes every year, so this student decided to include those differences, the information you'll typically find, the information you might find, and again, how you're going to access those online and offline. Another example, here we have a student working with the city directories and the different categories of city directories, and how the information you'll typically find, you might be lucky to find, and where you're going to go to look for those. Same with county histories. So again, every week you'll be updating this and being prepared to submit this at the end of the semester. So feel free to make it your own. You don't have to keep it in a Word document. You can move it over to an Excel document, but it does need to make sure you include all of that information, the record type, subcategories, information typically found, you might find, and how you're going to locate those. Good luck.